Hello, I'm Ben Felixstove. I'm here to talk to you about my favourite show of all time, Good Afternoon Adelaide. Without further ado, I present you my collection of favorite clips.
Good Afternoon Adelaide wishes to pass on our deepest condolences to the friends and family of our producer John Bernard. Bernie leaves behind a legacy of the utmost professionalism from his 31 years in television. Norman, Jeremy and the team are sending their love to his beautiful wife Christine and their 7 daughters.
And now, Good Afternoon Adelaide.
Welcome back everybody. It's been a long 2 weeks I imagine for all of you, because this is our very first episode since returning from a little break. And Norman, where have you been? You've had yourself a little holiday?
Where haven't I been? But I've just come back from 2 lovely weeks in Suva.
Fiji.
Fiji, yes.
Yes.
So it was wonderful. Stayed in a nice little hotel there.
On the beach?
No, not on the beach, but a little bit back from the beach. You wouldn't want to stay on the beach. It's full of sand.
No, not many people stay
everywhere.
on the beach, Norman. They usually understand that that's a hotel on the beach.
Yes. I know what you mean.
Yes.
But no, we did not stay directly on the beach.
Yes.
It was some way back from the beach.
Yes. You usually you're in your 5-star accommodation.
Oh, yes.
Presume.
Oh, yes.
On the beach,
Yes.
but never set foot in the water. You stay in the hotel resort pool.
Yes, I wouldn't. I wouldn't touch that water with a 10-foot pole. Disgusting. But I had a lovely time inside the pool.
Yes. Did you get anything from the hotel? Just swipe yourself a couple of mints, a little shampoo.
Oh, of course.
Everyone does that, don't they?
No, it's not a real hotel experience if you don't steal. Well, it's not stealing. It's perfect.
It's a gift.
Yeah,
It's a gift.
It's a prize. It's a gift.
Thank you for staying with us.
It's built into their business model. It's all.
Have a little soap.
It's fantastic. Picked up
Lovely.
some soap, some towels that they were just giving away down at the pool.
Right.
New bed sheets.
I didn't have such opportunity on my holiday. Just stayed at home. Saved a little cash, as we're all doing it tough these days.
Well, not me.
No,
having a lovely time.
Of course,
you
not.
should have seen. Oh my goodness, the shower was just sensational.
Yes.
Very high pressure, excellent sort of coverage. I tell you what, this is just fantastic. It was the best shower I've ever had. Just the pressure on this thing.
And you just took it right out of the wall.
Oh well, it wasn't attached in any serious way. Look at this. This is a Flexi Spray Commandera 450, and it is just fantastic. Look, it's got 2 settings there, and it's I'm gonna be enjoying this for many more showers to come. Tell you what.
And what's the retail on that? I mean, you couldn't just buy one yourself. I wouldn't have thought the hotel would want you to take that.
No, it's not the same. I wanted something to remind me of the trip, you know. And,
Yes.
every time I take my clothes off and get in the shower, I'll be reminded of that wonderful 2 weeks away.
It hasn't cleared up yet.
Really?
Why did I become a police officer? Like so many of these stories, it was in my family. It was in the heritage. Great grandparents. In fact, it was my great grandfather who started the Great Fire of London. And that provided great impetus for the rest of the family to really condemn what he did in Pudding Lane. And that's why the family got into law enforcement. Yes, that did make sense after the fact. Favourite crime? To commit or solve? I do quite like patricide. My relationship with my father was troubled and difficult, particularly after the patricide. Well, we're very used to being undercover, so you just have to play on those role-playing capabilities that you have, and hope that you survive the time. Good Afternoon Adelaide was very kind to me. I had just been demoted from Chief Superintendent back to Constable in an unprecedented move. And the exposure on the television was able to show to my then very senior officers that I was actually capable and things. Favourite part of the uniform? Oh, it's the shoes. They get shined with the sweat of graduates.
Jeremy, what did you get up to during the break?
Just a vacation at home. Kept it nice and frugal.
Very good.
Potted around the apartment.
Hello.
What? Get out of here, Scott. What are you doing?
Is it embarrassing?
Work experience. My nephew. He's go get us some coffees.
Oh, he's a boomy.
Go. I'll have a cappuccino. Norman, how do you have yours?
Oh, like my women.
Yes.
He knows.
All right. He knows.
Look at him.
Go.
Get out of here.
All right. Norman, I believe there is something though that you wanted to speak with us about. You've got a new product.
I just
hitting
wanted,
the market.
I just wanted to take a moment here. I picked up this thing. It's a little.
No, it's not yours.
It's a, well, yes,
it's not. It's not a Vine Corp.
No, well, no, I don't.
You picked it up.
No, this is a Philips. It's called a dictaphone, and you can wipe that smile off your face there, Jeremy. We're grown-ups here, and it's fantastic. It's a little portable voice recorder, and it's great because you can record ideas or thoughts or whatever. And because I was always coming up with great business.
What a magical
ideas.
Piece of technology!
No, we're just falling by the wayside. Like it takes a open it up here. Takes a mini cassette.
Look at that.
We
It's
looked that up.
tiny.
And tell you what, this is the future.
Mm.
You know, 5 years from now, you'll be going down to your record store, you'll be buying the latest, I don't know, Eurogliders album on a mini cassette tape.
I imagine the look on my children's face when I tell them how large cassettes used to be. And they'll say, "Did you know that a cassette was this big?" And
Compact cassette, hot.
and they will be, Dad or Granddad, our cassettes are this small. They fit into in your fingertips. Absolutely marvelous.
There'll be no short. They'll just keep making them smaller and smaller.
Just show us how it works. So you record your voice, and then you can play your memos back later to yourself.
Of course. Just give me one moment. I just want to make sure I'm on the right part of the tape. I don't want to tape over anything. Got some really good $1 million ideas here.
Hello, Norman. It's Norman here. Note to self, find out the name of that lovely young African lady who works in the supermarket. Oh, yes.
And that's a $1 million idea there, is that, Norman?
Oh, no, it's just this thing. Now, what should we record? Would you like to record something?
Oh, yes, sure. Is it recording? Note to self, hand out those resumes. And stop.
Yes.
Lovely young African. Yes.
Oh, yes, sure.
Is it recording? Note to self, hand out those resumes. Stop.
Well, what a fantastic piece of technology. I'm glad you picked that up in Fiji, did you?
Yes, that was in the hotel room as well. It's just fantastic. The things you can pick up when you go on holiday.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, just keep watching because we've got a great show ahead, and we'll be right back.
There's bargains to be had for everyone this weekend at the Adelaide Leadworks markets. The widest selection, the freshest produce, and the wackiest knickknacks, all in the shadow of Finden's historic lead smelting plant. And there's plenty of fun for the kiddies. Catch a wave in our lead pool. Enjoy one of our famous PB&J sandwiches. Go bobbing for lead. The best lead's at the bottom. And every child under 6 gets a complimentary lead-acid battery. So come on down to the Leadworks markets. Put some lead in your pencil and your bloodstream. Smokers welcome. The Adelaide Leadworks markets. Ray Street, Findon.
I'm Norman Vine and I endorse this event for pride.
Okay, so we've had a few calls in the break about the barking that some people have been hearing in the footage that's going to air. Now, this is an interesting one. I've brought my dog in, Norman, just hanging out in the studio with us. So if you want to say hello there, Princess?
Yes, so it's not me barking. Some people thought it was, but no, it's not. It's not me. It is an actual dog.
Yes, she's
Is she going to bark now?
No, I think she's quite happy here, sitting next to us. No, she's a very friendly dog, and just been wandering around the studio, drinking from cups and having fun, chasing a ball around.
She pissed on any cameras yet?
No,
She's eating the cherries. Get away from her. Get away.
no, she's a good girl, and yes, she's actually my daughter's dog. But her mother said she doesn't want her anymore, so she's come to stay with me. Now, as I have no fixed address currently, thought I'd bring her into the studio, keep her out of the sun. You're a good girl, aren't you?
So she lives at the studio now?
Oh, she just lives with me. She follows me around in my day-to-day activities.
So does it do anything, or...?
Oh. She sits. Look at her sitting. Good girl.
I'm not a dog person at all.
Come
can't say.
on. Come
No,
on.
I can't say I've ever been a fan of animals.
No? You never had a dog as a boy?
Well, we did. I didn't like it.
Were you bitten as a boy, perhaps,
Not by a dog. But, no, I don't like them. They don't do anything. They, stop looking at me like that.
Norman,
I know what you're trying to
Norman,
do.
stop being such a party pooper. All the production crew are loving having Princess around.
Distracting. Should be working.
In fact,
on the show.
In fact, I now knight you as the Good Afternoon Adelaide dog. Mascot of the show. How does that sound? Does that sound good? Does that sound good? Oh, you're a good girl. I do want to say thank you to all the well-wishers after the tragic loss of Princess, and I know many of you wanted to see my new dog, Duchess. As you can see, she's cozying up to Norman. Norman, she's just panting on you there.
Yes, I don't like this at all, I must say. Yes, go away, please.
Duchess is a rescue, much the same as Princess, but a little less shaggy, but
a lot more alive.
Yes, it was a tragedy what happened to Princess. She was run over in the Good Afternoon Adelaide studio car park. And I will just repeat again, if anyone knows the number plate of the Rolls-Royce which was seen driving away from the scene, please contact us on this number. Okay, and Duchess.
Who's a good girl? Who's a good girl?
Yes, and I'm sure we'll find the culprit, and he or she, probably she, will receive very harsh punishment indeed. It's a terrible thing.
As we hope, Norman.
Terrible thing.
This
And
was
my sympathies to you and.
I'm sure
the
it
ex-wife.
was an accident, but you just never know in this world that we live in.
Yes. Would you mind taking this? It's breathing on me. It's moist breath. Yes, I'm talking to you. I don't like dogs at all. If I can be perfectly honest, they spread disease. They spread ticks. Disgusting animals.
Yes.
Get rid of them.
Yes. Okay.
Go away, Duchess, please. Don't mind.
Come.
That's better.
Okay. Thank you, Duchess.
Good.
Goodbye.
You really must stop bringing these dogs into the studio. This is a place of business, Jeremy. I mean, it doesn't live here. Or
No,
at least it shouldn't be.
No,
living
it doesn't
here.
live here, and I certainly don't live in the studio either. It is with great sadness that I must say that poor Duchess was found dead last week in the Good Afternoon Adelaide studios. The RSPCA are still yet to come back with the toxicology. The RSPCA are still yet to come back with the toxicology report, but they have not ruled out foul play. However, they have been good, and they've lent me, a dog to get through the tough times. Oleander, she's a playful girl. She's been great comfort to me, Norman, in this very difficult time.
Yes, Jeremy, I'm not sure how you're able to even make it onto the air today. I think that's.
Who would do it, Norman? Who? What? How does that just turn up in a dog's bowl? I do not understand.
It baffles the mind and the heart, and both of them go out to you, my mind and my heart. It's terrible. If anybody knows anything, any information, any relevant information, please call in, and we will pass the details on to the police.
But Norman, who is going to know? Because there are only the employees of this station have access to the studio. So only anyone working within the building, the callers, they're not going to know anything. It's going to be someone who works in this building who is going to know the culprit.
Well, if I can just direct what I just said to the crew in the studio.
I'm watching all of you.
If any of you know anything, you can call me. And tell me what you know.
Call me.
No,
Jeremy,
no, you don't.
Jeremy,
don't worry about. I'll handle this.
I'll pass out my personal number.
No.
And what's more, Norman?
Come directly through me.
What's more, Norman? I will not be letting Oleander out of my sight. I will not be letting her out of my sight. No one will have access to her without my eyes on them. And that's why we're keeping her in the studio for the entire show today. We've got all our toys. We've got a little ball here. See, Ollie, come in. Yes.
Not annoying at all.
Good girl. And nothing is happening to you as long as I am here.
I think I like the other ones better. Oh, so many to choose from, but I'd have to say Ayers Rock.
I like to get out to the Coorong. It's nothing like a good water course, spending a night under the stars in a canoe, a kayak. Smell that salty sea breeze. Smells like South Australia.
I like Encounter Bay. Yes, I've had more than a few fun encounters down there. Whales. Whale watching.
G'day, I'm Tony from Tony's Golf Bunker. What's your handicap? Hey, it doesn't matter, anyone can pick up a club. Come on in to Tony's Golf Bunker, 72 Weymouth Street in the city. Just tell them Tony sent you. I mean, I'm the only one who works there, so you'll be talking to me. So you say, hey Tony, you told me to tell me that you sent me. I mean, we say you, I mean, I'm saying you say you. You don't say that I hang on, I'll write it down. It's, Jesus Christ. Alright, so it's very simple. Like, you tell me I sent you. Tony's Golf Bunker, 72 Weymouth Street in the city. Open at 7 days. I'm there in fact, I should be there right now.
Good afternoon, I'm Ray Goodyear. Making news today, at St Bethesda's Primary School in Netley, Mrs McNeil's Year 3 students have collected an unbelievable 17 metric tonnes of bottles and cans as part of their class recycling project. Good on you, kids. In other news, Good Afternoon Adelaide's Facts or Fiction segment strikes again. After an anonymous tip-off, police have raided a room at the Vine Motel on Sturt Road, seizing a large stockpile of illicit equine pornography. No charges have yet been laid. And finally, the Port Wakefield killer is still at large after the latest grisly discovery of 23 corpses at the Balaclava Roadhouse. More details at 6. Thank you, Jennifer. Those movies and more at your local cinema coming soon. Norman, do you know what time it is?
No, I don't.
Well, I know what time it is, but I don't know exactly the time. I know it's time for our time check.
I found out that I love you, and I thought you loved me too, but you were only passing time with me. The many happy hours we spent, I thought you were heaven sent, but you were only passing time with me.
Okay, let's check the time.
Ooh, it's my favourite segment.
We call in, we pick up, and we dial 1194.
And 50 seconds. At the third stroke, it will be 2:38 precisely.
Okay, so there you have it, 2:38 exactly.
How time flies.
Time. That's, well, it does when you're watching a very entertaining program such as this, Norman. Tell me, what do you think of the new man they've got reading the time?
Yes, he's been doing it for a while now. I don't know. I mean, it's good that it's consistent, but I miss the time women.
The time women.
The time gals.
You'd call up and there'd be a bevy of women in the call centre.
And they read it live.
Yes.
They read it live.
Yes.
They used
None
to...
of this recording nonsense.
No, they took it in half-hour shifts, and I think some of them went crazy. And you could call them up, and they didn't just talk about the time. You could ask them questions about anything.
You'd have enjoyed that, wouldn't you, Norman?
Oh yes, sometimes late at night. Don't know what time it is. Got nothing else to do. Give them a call, and suddenly, 20 minutes is gone, just like that.
Okay, so it's 2:38. Well, it's probably not 2:38 now, but it was 2:38.
Should we call again?
We'll call in a little bit.
All right.
I found out that I love you.
Alright, thanks for watching that with me. Be sure to wait for the next tape to arrive next week, and we'll do this again. See ya.